Hey buddies, how's it going on? So welcome back to the channel. Today I have a very interesting question for you guys from HackerRank.com. So first of all, let me read out the question. So given an array with n numbers in it, your task is to form rectangles with the given numbers and find how many similar rectangles can be formed with the given numbers. For example, if we take 4 numbers in an array, we get 2 similar rectangles. And if we take 4 numbers like this way, 3, 9, 27 and 81, we get 3 similar rectangles. Now let me explain you the question. First of all, I'll go to one of my projects and let's take a look on the first example. So it's given 4, 8, 15 and 30. So first of all, we have 4 and then 8 and then 15 and 30, right? So we have to see that if we divide any of the two numbers and get a simple ratio between those two, is it matching with the ratio of any other rectangles, any other pair of rectangles or any other single rectangle? What I mean by that is, let me explain you. We have two rectangles with side 4 and 8 and with side 15 and 30. 15 and 30. Okay, so these are the two rectangles we have. Now the ratio of both of these sides, that is 4 by 8, and the ratio of both of these sides, 15 by 30, should be equal. That's what we have to find. So first of all, you can see that 4 by 8 is 1 by 2 and 15 by 30 is also 1 by 2. So both of them are equal. Hence the number of rectangles found to be similar are 2. And we can also check for other numbers also. If two more pairs are found, such that if 4 by 15 equals 8 by 30, it's not so. Let me explain you the another example. It not so, but if both of them are also similar, then it will become 4. Then the total number of similar rectangles will become how much? It will become 4. So let me explain you the next one, that is 3, 9, 27 and 81. 3, 9, 27 and 81, and it's not 3, it should be 4. Let us check first of all. So 3, 9, 27 and 81, 3, 9, 27 and 81, right? So let's take a look on it. So first of all, I will do 3 by 9 and then I will do 27 by 81. So this gives 1 by 3 and this one also gives 1 by 3. So both of them are equal, hence we have 2 for now. Now let's check any other pairs if possible. So let's take a look on it. So first of all, I will do 3 and 27, then I will take a look on 9 and 81. Hopefully they two are also similar. So 3 by 27 and 9 by 81. 3 by 27 is 1 by 9 and 9 by 81 is also 1 by 9. So we got another two similar rectangles. So this count will become 4. Hence the answer is 4, not 3. It is mistakenly typed here. It's 4. Okay, that's fine. Now let's write the code for this. Just pause the video and give it a try. And if you're not able to solve it, just continue the video. So let me go to VS Code, and I have already created an index.html file and I've already added this code.js to it. Okay, now let's work on the code. So first of all, let me create an array. I will call it ARR and I will give the numbers to it. The first one being 4, comma 8, comma 15, comma 27, right? So we have to work with this array, not 27, it's 30. 30. Okay, fine. And after this, what we have to do is we will create an array 2 through in which we can just give the arrays which we are forming later on. So let me create the array 2 for now and create an empty array and just comment it. We can later on uncomment it if needed. And let's create another variable which is called count and make it 0. This will be used to count the number of rectangles formed to be similar or found to be similar, right? And now what we will do, we will write the function, or later on we can define the function. For now, let's just write the code. So here, first of all, what I will do is I have to loop through each of these elements in the array, right? So what I will do, I will just go to for each function. For each function, what will this do is it will first go to 4, then to 8, then to 15, and then to 30. So let me just go with it. So first of all, what I will do, I will take the element e and then define an arrow function like this, and then I will get the index of this element. So you can even get this by creating another parameter, like after this e I can have I for the index, but I'm not doing so. It's your choice. I'm getting the index in a different way using the index of array method. So I will say let e int e index be equal to array dot index of e. So this will give us the index of e. Then what we will just do is we will get this element again. Why we are doing this? Because I am gonna remove that element from the array so that it can form the rectangle from the other three elements or other three numbers. But what if I didn't remove the first element? Then it will again take the 4. So it will just, let me explain you after writing the code. Okay, so don't worry about it, I will explain you everything in detail. So what I will do is I will take the element again. So I will tell element 0 1 equals arrays e ints element at the end position. This is what I want to do. And after this, what we will do, we will just remove this particular element from the array. So I will do array dot splice and we have to remove this from that e end. We have to remove one element from the e end. So I'll just do this. Okay, super awesome. Yes, and now we are left with the other three elements. Suppose this is the first loop. Okay, the e is now 4. Then what we did is we just got the index of 4, that is 0 for now, and we got 4 again up here at e01. And then what we just did is we just removed 4 from the array, and later on we are just left with 8, 15, and 30. Isn't it cool? Yes. So after this, let's work further on. So what I will do, I will loop through the array again because I want to form pairs, right? We have to form pairs. Yes, that's my English, so forgive me for that. So array dot for each, now we have to loop through the other three elements 8, 15, and 30. So what I will do is I will take el as for now. In the above situation, we took e as the parameter, and now we are taking el because taking one thing again and again will confuse us. So that's why I'm not taking so some mistake. Okay, that's it. That's how we have to define an array dot for each. And after this, what I will do is I will push the values of the ratio. So how to find the ratio? We have to divide one element with the other, right? So how will we just get the ratio? I will tell you. So array dot push, not array dot push, we have to use another array. So for that, if we push directly into the main array, it will just cause a lot of troubles. So let me uncomment this array 2 and let me just push this into it. Now what will we push? We have to push the ratio. For example, we have to push 4:8 in the first case. So what will I do? I will create an eval function, and in this I will give what will we do? We will just do e divided by el, right? E divided by el, this is what we have to do, and we will just simply push it into it. So this will push the array back into it. And after this, do we need to do? We just need to do array dot splice. Let me explain you why we are doing this. So first of all, let me type it, array dot splice. Then from the e index position, the position of 4, and at the 0, nothing else, do nothing, just push el01 at the same position where it was before. So that's what we did with this array dot for each. Now let me do one thing. Let me just console log the array 2 so that you understand it much better. Let me just save it and go to and let me just open my console. So here I have array of 12, and here you can see 12 numbers. That's good. And you can see here we have 0.5. What did just it do is 4 comma 8. 4 comma 8 equals 0.5. Sorry, 4 by 8 is 0.5, and 4 by 15 is this much. 4 by 30 is this much. Then again 8 by 15 is this much. Like that it has to go. First of all it will go with 4 by 8, then 4 by 15, then 4 by 30, then it will go with 8 by 4, then it will go with 8 by 15, then it will go with 8 by 30. Like that it will go on looping. So this is our array. Now what we have to do, now what do we need to do? Now we need to find the number of rectangles formed with this, right, isn't it? Now let me just comment this console log, and what I will do next is we have to check for the similar rectangles. Now we need to check whether there are any ratios which are equal to each other. So we have 2 and 2 up here, and 0.5 and 0.5 here. So 1, 2, right? So that's how we have to find. Okay, now let me just take a look on it. First of all, we will run this function completely based on array 2, because we got the values, right? We got the values from array 1. Now we need to work on array 2. So I'll do array 2 dot for each, and then I will take the element as e2 and define an arrow function like this. And from this e2 we again need to do much similar work. That is, again we will get e2 index, and then just index array 2 dot index of this e2, and again get the element. So let el02 be equals array 2 e2 in positions element. That's it. And after this we again need to splice the element array2 dot splice from from e2 end we need to remove one element. That's what we did right here. And then again we need to just increment the count if the any of the elements are equal, right? Now let me just do that. Again we will do array2 dot for each, after removing that element we are doing this for each. That's why I wrote these 3 lines of code. Otherwise you just don't need them. That's your choice. Okay, so then we are again taking el2 with an arrow function, and in this arrow function I am giving the condition here. So if the element 0 2, if one of the ratios is matching with any other ratio in here, that is el2 is matching with any of the other ratios, then what you need to do is increment count. Just increment count, and that's it. Your function is complete now. And after this you can just log count and you will get your answer. Let me just log count and save, and here we get 2 up here, right? We get 2 up here. That's it. And now let us check for another example. So I will go to my docs back again, and let me just make it full screen, and then just let me copy this array and paste it into VS Code so that we can check for it to get whether we are getting 4 or not. And we are getting 4. That's correct, we are getting 4. And now let me just define it into a function. I hope you already got the process that how the code is working. Let me explain you once again using this drawing board. Let me just make everything small. Okay, that's it. Now let me explain you. So first of all we have the array here, that is a r. I will define it with ar up here. And then we have array 2, where we are defining all the ratios. In array we have the numbers, in array 2 we have all the ratios, right? And we have count, which will count for initially it's 0, and it will just increment by finding the ratios if any of them are similar. Then we are defining array dot for each, in which we took an element e and passing for it. For example, currently the element is 3 in this case. Element is 3 for the first loop, and then we take the index of 3, that is 0, right? Then we get the element as another variable, that is element 0 1. What I mean by that is element 1 from the first for each loop. So we are getting that element, and then I'm removing this element from this array. What is left? 9 comma 27 comma 81 is left with us, right? Then we are again creating a for each loop in where we are taking the rest of the elements, that is, let me change the color. We are having 9, 27 and 81. Now we are looping within these three elements. And first of all, the element is 9, so what will happen with this code is it will divide 3 with 9, right? It will divide 3 with 9 and push into this array 2. So 3 by 9 is 1 by 3, and it will 1 by 3, it's 1 by 3, and it will push the decimal form of this 1 by 3 into the array. Not 1 by 3, it will push the decimal form, just remember that. It will push the decimal form, that's it. And again it's for each, so before completing one function of this, all the functions of this will be completed. Okay, so now first it has pushed 1 by 3, then it will push 3 divided by 27, which is 1 by 9. Then again it will divide 3 divided by 81, which is something I don't know for now. So it will push everything into this array 2. Then what happens is we will again push 3 into this array back again, 3 into this array. Okay, that's good. And after this, what happens is it goes for the second element, that is 9 for now, so it will go with 9. Now 9's index is taken on, and then another variable with 9 is taken, and then we have to splice it, again run this for each function, and we have to push everything into array 2, and again we have to put the 9 back into its original position. So like this we are getting all the ratios which we took. So now again let me just uncomment this console log, and here we have, so here are all our ratios, here are all of them. Let me just minimize this and back again to the drawing board. And now let's talk about the second one. So okay, now we have element 2. Let us take the ratios to be 0 0.5, 0 0.7. This is for example, these are not the actual ratios which we got. And then I will again take 0 0.5, and then I will take 0 0.9. okay, that's the ratios which I took here. Okay, that's fine. And let me just change the color. Okay, that's it. So we are getting the index, so first of all I will talk about 0 0.5. So we are getting the index of 0 0.5, that is 0, and we are creating an element with 0 0.5 whose value is 0 0.5. And after this we are just removing 0 0.5 from it. So what are we left with? 0 0.7, 0 0.5 and 0 0.9. Now we need to check for this, right? So we will check whether the element 0 2 0 0.5 is matching with 0 0.7. If not, do nothing, but if yes, just increment count, make count 0 plus 1, which is 1. So with 0 0.7 it will not at all increment, so we are just removing it from the case. And then we have 0 0.5, so it is increment, so I will just tick mark it so that you understand that yes, count has incremented once. Then it will check with 0 0.9, which is not possible. So once this for each loop is completed, then this element 2 will become 0.7, and this will keep on looping. So just let me tell you that this is a time complexity code, which means it's taking a lot of time. If the data is huge, I mean if I have thousands of numbers in this array, then the time complexity will be a lot. So that will make a trouble for the users if this is in a project or something. So just if you have any other ways of doing or solving the same problem, then just mention them in the comments below. I will meet you again in one more amazing video like this. Until then, bye bye.